Magandang umaga po, Luzon, Visayas at Mindanao. This is a taped episode of Thank You, Doc. Si Alvin Alchico po ito, hindi kumpleto ang parkadahan kung wala ang pinaka-fit na tao na nakilala ko. Ate V, Bernadette Sabrano Aguinaldo. Ate V, panindigan mo yan.
Diet Castillejo ito. Hindi ko Diet
Na.
Castillejo. Pero Vin, ito na. Kasi kailangan mag-exercise, 50 na. At palagi nating sinasabi, importante yung galaw, galaw, galaw. Pero tama bang paggalaw ang ginagawa natin? Dahil baka mamaya gusto natin mag-healthy, mapahamak pa tayo, di ba? So anyway, support tayo sa exercise pero let's do it right. Yung pagpasok natin, handa ba tayo? Handa ba katawan natin? I need a proper introduction, Vin, para sa ating guest today. Dahil kung ako ay driver ng katawan ko, may mekaniko ako palaging kasama. At siya po ang aking kaibigan, Dr. RJ Coxeng. Isa po siyang orthopedic surgeon at sports doctor at joint replacement expert. Ayan. Hi, Doc RJ! Hi!
Hi, good morning. Good morning, Alvin. Good morning, Bernadette.
Doc RJ, good morning po.
Good morning.
So, ibig sabihin ba, pag fit ang pasyente, dapat ang doktor fit din? Ibig sabihin, si Doc, sports-minded din ito?
Well, not all, no, but of course, it's always helpful to practice what you preach, di ba? Mas may credibility, di ba?
Okay. Si Doc RJ po ay Bisayan Dako. So, kabalo ka magsulti, Doc? Bisaya?
Of course. Kabalog yapon.
Ayun. Kabalog. So, ang mga Bisaya dyan, napunta nyo. Nagkiklinik ka ba sa Cebu o dito ka na sa Metro Manila, Doc?
No, I practice in St. Luke's Global. So, I've been practicing since 2012.
Oh, okay. So, ang pag-uusapan po natin, ano ba yung pwede mong, yung mga injuries kapag ikaw ay nag-exercise or if you're into sports, halimbawa. Kasi may pagkakaiba. Magkakaiba kasi, Doc, yung katawan ng bata, ng adults, at ng may edad na o papunta na doon sa may edad na kagaya ni Ate B at ako. Ako talagang 50s na talaga ako, Doc. Nag-51 na ako eh. Si Ate B hindi pa yan 50s, parang 49 lang yan. Bas bata sa akin. O 48, Ate B.
49. Kaedad ko to,
49.
Doc RJ.
49. Ikaw, Doc, ilang taong ka na, Doc?
49 din, no? So,
49.
Edad kami ni Bernadette. So,
So may pagkakaiba, no? You have to take note or consider your age before going into physical and activities or sports for that matter, Doc. Is that a generally factual statement?
Yes. So basically, the rule of thumb, no, is to go at your own pace, no, and to basically know your limitations, no. In other words, in as much as gusto nating makipagsabay sa mga mas bata, no, sometimes that can also lead to more injuries kasi, no. So the first step is basically knowing what your body's limitations are, no, and you basically start from there, no.
Kasi ang may edad, mas totoo ba yung salita nila kasi brittle na, marupok na ang yung mga buto? Totoo ba yun o hindi naman totoo? Hindi naman nagiging brittle yung buto ng matanda?
Well, in terms of yung bone density, no, of course, there's this thing na called osteoporosis. Now, of course, alam natin na yung osteoporosis mas it's common in the elderly population. So as we age, our bones become more brittle. But it's not just about the bones kasi, no. We also, in terms of exercise, we're engaging our muscles, no, and tendons, no. So these structures also degenerate with advancing age. So what that means is we lose some of the flexibility, no, the pliability of these structures. So they become tighter, no. So when these structures are tight, then and if you don't address it properly, then it could lead to injuries.
Okay, Tibi.
Generally, edad-wise, mas maganda ba talaga mas bata magsimula sa mga activities, sports man yan, paglalaro, dapat ba hindi yan mawala hanggang sa pagtanda natin?
I wouldn't necessarily agree with that statement, no, because everybody has their own timeline, no. Different people start or engage in sports activities at different ages, no, and there's no such thing as too old to start to pick up a new sport, no. In fact, nakikita natin yan ngayon, no? The popular sport nowadays is pickleball, no? And if you
Mm.
notice, more and more, should I say, older people are taking up the sport, no? Because
Yeah.
mas kaya nilang makipagsabay
Mm.
sa sport. No? It's not too fast-paced for them, no? And it's not
Mm.
too slow, just right. So that's why it's gaining a lot of popularity nowadays.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So
Maganda yun.
ano yung sige. Ano ba yung mga common na based on your experience? Sabi mo 2012 ka pa nag-practice di ba, Doc? Ano yung mga common injuries or common ailments related to activities or to, sports or physical activities na ginagawa natin?
So I guess it depends on the sports, no? There are different sports out there, and each sport, with each particular sport, there are more common injuries that are sort of unique to
Eh di
each
doon sa
sport.
uso. Doon tayo sa uso ngayon. Ang nauuso ngayon, pickleball. Ayan.
Okay, so with pickleball, no, the injuries that can occur are ankle sprains, no, knee injuries, no, lower back injuries are also common. Like I said, we see this sport being picked up by older people. So of course, compared to younger patients or younger people, they're more prone to lower back injuries also, no,
Mm.
especially
Oh,
if they don't focus too much on the warm up and the conditioning part.
Mm.
okay. So hindi naman agad-agad ang mga injuries malala. Yun, it can start with back pain, lower back pains. There's something wrong, kaya may pain. Hindi ba yung pain naman is a manifestation of something wrong inside or outside of your body, right?
That's correct. No? So for lower back issues, of course, there's in older patients, there's usually a degenerative component to that. No, not just that might predispose them
Mm.
to these injuries. No,
Ah.
with regards to the other injuries that I mentioned, like mga ankle sprains, of course,
Yeah.
they can vary in severity. No, they can range from mild
Mm.
to severe, no, depending on the mechanism of injury also. No,
Mm.
so of course we treat them accordingly, no, in terms of their how bad the severity of the injury is.
Mm.
Oh. So
Ako
magsisimula yan, Doc, sa pain. Usually, there is pain.
mm.
Ang
Of course,
bago pumunta sa'yo, kay may pain niya, hindi lang discomfort, there usually is pain.
yes, of course, these injuries would present first and foremost with pain, no, the pain and some limited function of the injured part, no, so
Mm.
that's usually what prompts them to seek consultations with orthopedic surgeons, no, or the appropriate doctors.
Doc, uso pa running. Ano naman ang injury sa running?
So with running, no, so we see a lot of knee problems, no, foot problems as well.
Yeah.
So right now, running has seen like a resurgence, no.
Oh,
There
yeah.
are, there are more and more people taking up the sport, and it makes a lot of sense because it's not a very expensive sport to get
Mm.
into, no. Sabi nga nila,
Mhm.
you just need a pair of running shoes and no, the determination, no. But um, with that being said, of course, a lot of people tend to push themselves harder than they really should, no, and
Mm.
they end up having these injuries also.
Yeah,
Mm.
but running versus walking, what is your take? Di ba may mga nagsasabi sa atin, babawian ka ng running pagtanda mo. Talagang
Mm.
tatama na yung tuhod mo. I-wear out niya yung tuhod mo. What is your take on that as a surgeon?
So I believe that anybody can be a runner naman, no, but it requires a somewhat scientific approach if you really want
Mhm.
to pursue it and continue doing it long term. So
Mhm.
when I say scientific approach, you have to address it, or you have to approach it by addressing mga strength and conditioning aspects also, no. So
Mhm.
especially in for those who are just trying to starting to pick up the sport pa lang, most of these people probably are somewhat sedentary to begin with, or they don't have
Mhm.
any previous exposure to any sporting activities or exercise activities. So the way to go about doing it is you start slow, no, we usually recommend like mga walk, jog intervals muna just to build
Yeah.
up the endurance. And at the
Yeah.
same time, we also recommend that, or we advise them to engage in certain exercises that will specifically target the muscle groups that you're supposed to engage to use no when you're running, no, just such as
Ah,
leg
Ibig
exercise.
sabihin may are you talking of warm up? Dapat may warm up before you start moving.
Well, that's another thing entirely also, no. So of course,
yun pa
the
yun.
warm up is a vital part of running as well, no. So you want to loosen up the joints, you want to loosen up the muscles, no. You want to activate these muscle groups also, but at the same time, you also want to address the strength and conditioning aspect, no. So
Like
in other words,
yan, no? Mga
in other
ganyan.
words, yes. So that's weight training exercises, no, usually.
Sabi mo si Doc kinakabahan, parang hindi naman siya kinakabahan pa, partner. Parang ang galing mo magpaliwanag, oh.
Ay, ganito kami. Ito yung chika ko sa'yo. Pag tumatakbo
Oo.
kami ni Doc, ganito. Doc, paano to sumasakit yung talampakan ko dito sa side na to? O kumuha kang proper insoles, tapos sasabihin niya saan ako bibili. Tapos mamaya, Doc, paano to yung gilid ng tuhod ko? Sumasakit. Sasabihin ko kay coach, i-stretch yung BT, IB. So anyway,
Anyway, nagbabayad ka ba for consultation kay Doc RJ? Baka nililibre ka lang ni Doc RJ, ha? Hindi, maganda to, Doc. Opportunity to sa lahat ng mga nanonood sa atin. Parang libreng advice na rin. Ano? So tama yung running. Let's focus muna sa running. So sa mga beginners, you don't recommend na ang una mong takbo, mag 5 kilometer ka kaagad. Hindi gano'n. It doesn't go that way. You have to start small and slowly, Doc. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, so basically, well, the 5 kilometer distance that you just mentioned, kasi no, you can actually easily achieve that with walk, jog intervals, no. So that's what I was alluding to earlier. Na you start off with that, no. You wanna build up your base in endurance, no, just to see how long you can sustain the running aspect, no. And of course, you intersperse that with periods of walking or rest, no, which is when your body can recover. And from there, you basically go longer and longer in terms of the intervals, the jog intervals, no, with shorter periods of rest until you can achieve doing a 5K with just continuous running lang, no. So it's something that you can actually build towards, no. Hindi naman nobody was born a natural runner kasi, you know. It's something that you have to train for, no, as with any sport.
Pero yung unang tanong ko, sa first question ko kanina, totoo ba na if you are a runner, ang bawi niyan pagtanda mo? Or hindi naman totoo yun, kahit yung mga runner, pagtanda nila, okay naman sila. Yung tuhod ba? Yung tuhod.
Right. So, well, you were comparing running to walking earlier, no? So, of course, compared to walking, of course, running is more of a high impact loading activity, no? What that means is it's harsher on your joints, no? Specifically the major weight bearing joints such as your knees and your hips, no? So of course that's where the strengthening aspect comes into play, no? Because if the muscles that help support these joints are strong, they share some of the load, no? So they can actually dampen the strain that falls on these joints, thereby prolonging the longevity of these joints. Of course, the wear and tear of our joints, no, is something that's degenerative in nature, no, which means that the more you use it, no, eventually you will reach a point na you will eventually wear out the cartilage sa mga joints na to, no. So, and we see that in professional athletes, no, because statistically they end up experiencing arthritis at a much earlier age compared to the rest of the non-athletic population.
Pero sabi mo sa akin, dahil late na ako nag-start, parang good pa yon dahil hindi pa laspag yung mga tuhod ko, Doc. Tama ba yun?
Yes, so that can actually be an advantage, no? In fact, there are some studies that have shown that people who take up, let's say, running at the later on in life, they have that particular advantage in the sense that hindi pa bugbog yung joints nila, no? So they can statistically speaking, they can go on running for a longer period of time. Parang ganon, no?
Doc, din sinasabi sa akin ni Doc, sabi niya nung pinakita ko, kasi ito yung baseline, no? Pupunta
Mm.
tayo sa baseline. Pinakita ko kay Doc yung resulta ng bone scan ko kasi kanina kung kwenta na ako tatakbo. Sabi niya, you have to stimulate your muscle, your bones by walking and running. Anong ibig sabihin ng stimulate your bones by walking and running, Doc? Bakit ito makakabuti sa bone health natin?
So basically, so for patients with osteoporosis or what we call osteopenia, which is a milder form of decreased bone density, the recommendation is to incorporate some load-bearing exercises. No? So what that means is you want to engage in activities that will introduce some loading stress to these bones. No? Why? Because that sends a feedback mechanism to the higher centers in the brain, no, to fortify these areas, no. So para siyang feedback mechanism, no. So and it works on the principle of because our bones kasi no remodel in response to loading stress. So what that means is somebody who's sedentary is more likely to have decreased bone density than somebody
Yeah.
who's active, no, because a sedentary person would probably be a couch potato na who just,
Yes.
lot of
Watches
time
TV with popcorn and food.
parating nakaupo lang, no? Parang hindi
Oo.
masyadong gumagalaw. So syempre hindi na stimulate yung mga yung mga buto, mga muscles, no? So eventually that will sort of weaken.
Mm. Pero yung exercise, para sa mga common tao, again, sa mga common viewers natin, kailangan talaga natin mag-exercise every day. Hindi uubra, nauupo ka, yung trabaho ka, nasa computer ka, kain ka, balik ka sa trabaho, uuwi ka, tulog ka. As a doctor, Doc, kailangan talaga, there is some sort of an exertion na parang mabanat yung muscles mo at buto mo, ganun ba yun? O hindi, yung walking mo, naglakad ka papunta sa terminal, sumakay ka ng MRT, bumaba ka ng stairs, that is already enough exercise every day.
Correct. I agree with that. No? Especially for people who work in an office setting, no, wherein they parati silang nakaupo, no, ng ilang oras, no, na without breaks, no. So that can actually be very disadvantageous for them kasi they're more prone to mga back pain, lower back pain, neck pain, no? Parati nakaharap sa computer. So the recommendation is for them to constantly stand and stretch, no, at least once every hour. As you mentioned earlier about walking, no? So the other benefit of that, of course, is to the benefit it has for your heart and your what's the circulatory system, no? So and that's one of the recommendations that cardiologists would always tell their patients na about 30 to 45 minutes of walking each day, no? Para lang at least may exercise yung puso, no?
So you don't need to run. Hindi mo kailangan, wag mo pilitin. Kung hindi mo kaya mag-run, do not run. Ang point mo is galaw-galaw, move.
Correct. So not everybody would probably benefit from running, especially those na may pre-existing problems na sa, let's say, tuhod or paa, no? Mahirap naman, pipilitin, no? So there are other options, exercise activities that you can or they can choose that are easier on the joints, no? Mas low impact katulad ng swimming, no?
Swimming, yeah.
Biking, no? So mas hindi bugbog yung joints, no, with those exercises kasi.
Yung sinasabi niyo, Doc, yung baseline na dapat kilala mo muna yung katawan mo. Dapat ba nasuri ng doktor yung katawan namin bago kami mag-engage sa sports, Doc? Ganun ba yon?
Not necessarily, no. I mean, hindi naman lahat ng mga tao ay nagpapatingin muna sa doctor as a pre-assessment just to see kung ano bang sport ang bagay sa iyo, 'di ba? It depends kasi, no? Minsan kasi parang kaya naging interested sa running kasi yung may mga kaibigan na tumatakbo na.
Yes.
So of course that's how it usually happens, no? Na parang nakayayaan, no? Parang sige takbo tayo, parang ganoon.
Good influence, na-influence siya, Doc.
Correct, no? So,
Ikaw, Doc, nag-run ka? Are you a runner?
occasionally, yes.
Hindi
Vin,
naman.
sorry totoo lang pag-prangka tayo. Silang mag-asawa yung nag-book ng fun run ko. Sila pa.
Hindi, pero yung fun run, hindi naman yun marathon, di ba? Hindi naman, kasi marathon is what, 42?
Yes.
Tama ba? 42 is,
Tama.
42
Full marathon is
5K nila ako. Oo.
kilometers.
So,
Nagaganyan ka, Doc? Nagmamarathon ka? Are you a marathoner?
No. I have not completed a marathon yet. Hanggang half marathon pa lang. No?
Half pa. Ikaw, Ate B, are you a marathoner? Nag-marathon ka na ba, Ate B? 42?
kung magmamarathon si Doc, bakas damay ako. Ganun nangyayari
Hindi, kasi may mga si Migs Bustos pa. Hi,
Ayun.
Migs, kung naka-monitor ka. Kakaiba yung disiplina, Doc, ng mga nagmamarathon. And they watch your diet, their sleep. Grabe. Hindi mo kailangan yon. Yung mga common tao, Doc, hindi naman kailangan maging marathoner ka, di ba?
Yes. So, people who run marathons, of course, these some of these people have marathons on their bucket list, di ba? Parang gusto nilang parang sense of accomplishment, no? So,
yes.
And of course, training for a marathon, mahirap yan because it requires sacrifice, no? Gumigising ng maaga, natutulog ng maaga, no? You mentioned something about watching their diet. They want to make sure na hindi sila masyadong tataba, no? Kasi mas mahirapan sila. So, I admire those who have the dedication to train for marathons kasi mahirap siya, hindi siya madali.
But not everyone needs to be a marathoner to be fit. Hindi. Yung mga common tao, no, you don't need that. You just move around. Do not be parang static ka lang dyan na nakaupo ka, couch potato. No. Hindi kailangan meron kang galaw-galaw. Go ahead, Ate B.
Doc, yung tanong ko, di sige, sedentary ako. Gusto kong lumaban mag-exercise. Pwede ko bang biglain yung puso ko? Baka atakihin ako sa puso niyan.
So, of course, you want to, for patients na may mga pre-existing heart conditions, no? Katulad ng hypertension or high blood, no? The safest way to go about doing it is consulting your cardiologist muna, no? Papa-work up, no? Just to make sure na walang mga underlying heart problems that might be too risky, no? If you engage in mga strenuous exercises that might parang stress your heart too much, no? So always consult your doctor muna.
Okay.
So cardiologist yun, hindi ikaw?
Hindi ako yun, no?
Or mga internist, ano? Yung mga family physicians.
Correct.
Okay.
So, sige. So, usad na tayo. So, okay na tayo sa running, walking. Ano sinasabi mo kanina? Sige pa na.
Bike daw. Pag daw papasok sa pagbike, uso ba daw yung bike fitting as cyclist? At kanino daw recommended ang pagbabike? Ano yung bike?
So, bike fitting refers to a way of analyzing your form on the bike, no? So different bikes come in different sizes, so to speak, no? Parang sapatos lang, no? May mga iba-ibang sizes. So bike frames come in different sizes, no? So it depends on your height, no? So there are certain measurements na kinukuha, tapos pagpupunta ka sa bike store, sasabihin ng bike fitter na ito yung bagay sa inyo. So bike fitting is like a fine tuning of that, no? So there are 'di ba may mga pedals, no? May mga crankshafts, mga ganun. So there's a way of adjusting, no? Of analyzing your form as you're pedaling, and they will basically recommend certain measurements to optimize your efficiency on the bike. No? So aside from efficiency, it's all these measurements are also recommended in order to reduce the risk of injuries. No?
So may purpose siya. Hindi lang optimization ng performance, may safety purpose din siya.
Wait, eto,
Correct.
segue ko na Doc kasi nabanggit yung sa bike. Alam nyo, si Doc rin ang nagre-recommend sa akin kung anong sapatos ang bibilihin, pati yung insoles. Importante pala yung
Yeah.
sapatos, Doc, sa mga
Correct.
activities natin.
Correct. So proper footwear is also important, no? Although it's not as simple as it sounds, no? Basically, pag pupunta ka sa running shoe store, they will analyze your foot type, no? Whether you have normal arches, high arches, or low arches or flat-footed. Based on your foot arch type, basically they will recommend, oh, ito yung bagay sa'yo, no? So, although not not all people will um, adjust accordingly, no? Minsan may ibang tao na hindi hiyang sa sapatos na 'yan, no? So it's usually a process of trial and error. You have to find the right brand or model that works for you. And the only way for you to do that is to test it out, no?
Mm.
So ibig sabihin, nagmamatter pa pala yung mga fit. Kasi pag bumili ako ng rubber shoes, pag nakita ko running shoes, bibili ko rin. Hindi pala. Dapat alam ko ang itsura ng paa ko.
Correct, no? So they aside from analyzing your foot type, they will also most of these running shoe stores have treadmills inside the store, no? They will allow you to walk or jog, no? And based on that, they will analyze your running pattern,
Mm-mm.
no? So
May ganun, Doc?
may
Parang wala akong
ganon.
nakita nung bumili ako parang sa department store, parang wala naman ako, parang hindi naman ako pinag-run or pinag-book.
Wali. Mali ka doon. O, yun ang mali.
Yun na nga yan eh, kasi wala
Ang
naman
inom.
silang,
Oo.
dapat siguro meron ano, or anong klaseng doktor ba pupuntahan mo para malaman ko anong arches and anong hugis ng paa mo kung flat-footed. I don't even know if I'm flat-footed. How do you know ba if someone is flat-footed? Walang buta sa gitna? Walang
Correct.
parang
So,
space?
walang space, parang ganon, no? So like yung mga yung binanggit ko sa na mga running shoe stores, they usually have some of these stores have pressure plates that you can stand on, and it takes an
Okay.
imprint of your feet, no? And based on that, you can tell more or less where you fall, which category you fall under in terms of normal or low arches or high arches ba.
Turo mo nga sa akin yan. Saan yung store na yan?
Message ko sa'yo. Pero totoo yun, kasi din, yung natutunan ko kay Doc, sorry kung tungkol sa personal na experience ko, minsan kasi sasakit yung ilalim ng paa eh. Tapos, dyan niya sasabing, kailangan mo ng insoles. Minsan sasakit yung plantar fasciitis, sabi niya, kailangan mo ng ganito. Kagaya nitong tanong sa atin, meron daw siyang plantar fasciitis, super
Ano ba yung
pain,
plantar
getting
fasciitis?
up from bed next morning after walking and jogging. So, bakit
Ano yun, Doc? Ano yung plantar fasciitis muna? Define mo muna.
Okay. So plantar fasciitis is a condition that involves the plantar fascia, no? So the plantar fascia is a broad ligament that's found underneath the
So if this is your foot?
if this is your foot,
Oh.
sa ilalim, no? It starts from the heel and fans out towards the toes, no? So it does play an important role in terms of weight, load distribution in the foot. And since it's a ligament, it usually starts out as an elastic structure, no? Pero with repetitive use and everything, nagkakaroon ng mga microscopic tears doon, no? And of course these tears eventually heal, but they heal through scar tissue, no? So the net effect there is nagiging tight yung plantar fascia na yan, no? So plantar fascia happens when there's a bit there's inherent tightness of the plantar fascia, kaya pag unang apak mo sa umaga, feeling mo parang may sharp stabbing pain, no? Because you're actually stretching out that ligament, no? And the pattern is usually pain upon start up, no? When you first start walking for a few steps, and it gets better as you go along, no? Kasi medyo lumuluwang na siya. Until such time na you have to rest again. Halimbawa, uupo ka ng matagal, during that time that you're resting or you're not putting load on it, it will tighten up again. And then you have to get up, and then the process starts all over again. Para siyang vicious cycle. So, yung recommendation for plantar fasciitis is regular, frequent stretching, no? using some insoles to make sure that the load distribution in the foot is ideal, no?
Mhm.
And wearing shoes that provide appropriate or adequate cushioning, no?
Mm.
Just to soften the impact. So those are the usual recommendations for plantar fasciitis. Of course,
So,
severe cases, nagbibigay din kami ng gamot, no? Like anti-inflammatory pain relievers, just to help reduce the inflammation in the foot.
so is walking or running bad for people who have plantar fasciitis? O yun actually ang remedy para ma-remove ang plantar fasciitis mo?
More than walking or running, it's actually the stretching aspect that's uh,
Mm.
more efficient or more helpful, no? Because a lot of runners also experience plantar fasciitis.
Mm.
So of course, when it acts up, it makes a lot of sense for them to rest muna for a specific period of time, maybe 1 or 2 weeks, and during this time they focus on getting it better, no,
Mhm.
or addressing it through therapy or
Mm, mm.
something
In
similar.
other words, having plantar fasciitis should not limit your movement, should not discourage you from walking and running as a form of exercise.
Well, when it becomes bad kasi, it can limit your mobility kasi masakit pag
Mm.
Yun lang.
naglakad,
Yun
no?
lang.
So
Oh.
you
Hindi,
have
hindi,
to
hindi
you have,
pipilitin,
you
Doc.
have to address it first.
Hindi mo pipilitin na hindi, kaya ko to by mere sheer willpower. O
No,
mind over matter. Hindi, kaya ko to. Hindi, wag mo
no,
pipilitin. Pag pinilit mo, it's going to get worse.
correct. Because like you mentioned earlier, pain is your body's way of telling you that there's something wrong,
Right.
I
diba?
see. Mm.
So you have to
Right.
learn to listen to your body also.
So,
Okay.
Doc, wait. Ang ayaw natin magka-injury, how do we prevent injury kung gusto natin mag-exercise?
So earlier you mentioned something about warm up, no?
Mm.
Yes.
Very important din yan, no? Activation exercises or activation drills, no? Just to make sure that you prime, no, your body, your muscles, tendons, ligaments to engage in whatever exercise activity that you have planned, no?
Mm.
Yeah.
And of course, after each exercise activity, equally important is the cool down also, no?
Mm.
You have to also stretch it out, no? Hindi yung pagkatapos ng tumakbo, uwi na, ligo, wala na, parang
Mm.
na, no? But you really need to give importance to the warm up and the cool down as well.
Mm. Pero yung ibang exercise na pang may edad, Tai Chi, Pilates, yoga, yan ba prone sa injury din o less ang injury sa mga kasi medyo mabagal pero strenuous din akala mo lang mabagal pero matindi din yung effort doon to lalo na sa mga yoga, di ba? At sa mga Pilates akala mo lang madali pero hindi siya madali.
Mm. Mm.
Correct. Pilates naman, no, is beneficial because it's a core-centric form of exercise, no?
Core,
It
yung
is
core.
it strengthens your core, no? Pag sinasabi kasi natin core, hindi lang naman abs yung pinag-usapan natin yan dyan, Pati yung lower back, no? Sina-strengthen din niya. So, with yoga, you get the benefit of improved flexibility, no? Of course, when your muscles, tendons are well conditioned, no? They're parati mong sinestretch, you're less prone to injuries also, no? With Tai Chi naman, you mentioned earlier, no? Of course, this, even though it's slow, it promotes mobility, no?
Yes,
See this usually sa mga elderly, no?
correct.
So the reason why Tai Chi is also a good form of exercise is because it promotes joint mobility, joint
Mm.
movement, para hindi maninigas, hindi magkakaroon ng mga frozen shoulder, yung mga ganon,
Mm.
no?
Mm. Mm.
So, yeah,
And
So
it's
yung mga slow exercises, less ang possibility ng injury doon.
yes.
Ayun.
Compared to basketball, yung basketball talaga wala, or football, yun para sa mga may bata-bata na lang siguro do. Ano po? Kasi
Mm.
medyo
Correct.
malakas ang chance ng magka-injury pag medyo may edad na.
Tama.
Okay.
So anyway, final words, Doc, bago
Oo.
namin kayo I guess ang sinasabi nga nila, if we don't use our bodies, we lose it, no?
Yeah. Yes,
Um,
yes, yes.
Pero before we jump in, Doc, siguro mga paalala natin sa ating audience. Dahil gusto
May tanong pa ako sa kanya, for those who are
ko,
obese,
ay,
anong
obese.
ma-advise mong exercise, no? Kung ang may target talaga sila to lose weight, anong pwede nilang subukan muna at the start? Obese, overweight, ano bang mauna? Obese, ano? Super obese? Ano nga yun? Ano yung pinakamataba? Anong tawag sa kanila?
Morbidly obese.
Morbidly obese, overweight.
Okay. So for those specific patients, no, um, aside from exercise, no, even more important is their diet, no.
Yeah.
So that needs to be addressed as well. Now, when it comes to exercise, mas advisable, mas recommended para sa kanila yung mga low impact exercises. Ibig sabihin exercise that don't really put a lot of strain or stress on their joints. You have to remember these patients are usually what 50
Yeah.
70% heavier than the regular person, di ba? So they're putting more stress on their joints. So mga exercises like swimming, uh, biking, stationary bike, it's a good way to engage in some exercise activity without stressing out their joints too much, no?
Doc,
May mga ganyan ka pasyente, Doc?
kailangan ba
May
mag-lose
patient,
Meron
meron
din.
ka rin. Ano yung success rate ng ganyan? Kasi ang problema mo doon, you also have to control the diet. Hindi lang siya losing ng weight, Ate B, kasi kung nag-exercise niya siya, doble naman ngayon yung kinain niya. Di parang ganun lang din, Doc. Wala tayong effect na makikita kung dodoblihin niya rin yung intake niya ng pagkain, di ho ba?
Correct. So the success depends on both exercise and dietary management.
Kumpleto na.
Oo, hindi lang sa exercise. I mean, they can exercise all they want, pero kung babawi din sila sa buffet, wala rin, di ba?
Hindi, kasi I asked the question kasi mag-a-apply siya sa ordinary Filipinos. Di ba, sabi natin, nakita natin sa TikTok, ang ganda ng katawan nito, magaya nga, di nag-exercise ka. Tapos biglang may lumabas na naman sa thread mo, buffet naman ngayon. So, katerbang masarap na pagkain, tinry mo rin. O di, wala tayong, wala kang achievement ngayon kasi ginawa mo pareho. Even if you're not obese or overweight, hindi mo ba?
Correct. I mean, it depends on what your goals are, no? Some people exercise just to stay fit, no? They don't really pay attention to the weighing scale. May iba naman, they exercise to lose weight, di ba?
Yeah.
So, those patients have to pay extra attention to their food intake, no? So, it all depends on what your goals are.
So, ibig sabihin, pag in-advise mo yung pasyente mo, if you wanna go into exercise, you also have to control your diet. Hindi pwede na exercise ka, tapos yung diet mo, hindi mo i-regulate.
Tama po.
Tama. No? So, dapat pareho. Huwag mo nang dagdagan. Or babawasan mo dapat, or as is lang yung kain mo. Total, nagbo-burn ka naman.
Well, it depends again, no, on what your goals are. But ideally, if it's weight loss, then you want to go into a calorie deficit, no? Babawasan mo yung intake mo rin.
Kasi magko-compensate ka kasi magkakaroon ka ng extra pagod eh. 'Di ba, Doc? If you exert more effort, ang tendency mo sa dulo, pagod ka, gutom ka. So ibig mo sabihin, Doc, tama bang pagkakaintindi ko? Exercise ka, then control your diet. Pag may cravings ka, isipin mo lang palagi, no, you need to lose weight. Kasi otherwise, di mo achieve yung goal mo, di ba?
Correct.
Doc, siguro maganda ipaalala natin sa audience natin yung kwento mo sa akin nung tumatakbo tayo na sabi mo, iba-iba ang klase ng fitness. Yung hindi yung sa laki ng katawan, tingnan mo ang lakas ng baga niya kahit na sabihin mong mas mabigat siya. What do you mean ng iba-iba ang fitness level ng tao? Do you remember that? Yung sinabi mo kahit na mabigat, hindi ibig sabihin hindi fit. Parang ganon. Dahil ang lakas nilang tumakbo.
Right. So, what I meant by that is, there are different people have different body types, no? Now, and that can be sometimes deceiving, no?
Mm-mm.
Some people may look big, but they're big because most of that is muscle mass, no?
So, yeah.
So that means they're mas conditioned sila, no?
Mhm.
Especially, let's say you mentioned that this was about running, no? So
Mhm.
Mm.
you'll see some runners who may look a little on the heavy side, pero ang lakas nila,
Bulky.
no? Compared to, let's say, yung katabi na parang payat pero parang
Payatot.
mas mas mabagal, no? It all
That's
depends
right.
on magkaibang fitness level yan. It might be na the heavier runner has been doing it for a longer time, no?
Mhm.
Or mas nag-emphasize din siya sa strength and conditioning aspect, kaya mas malakas siya, no? So these are you can't just base it on how a person looks or how a runner
Yeah.
looks,
Yeah.
no?
So, Doc, kung papasok tayo sa exercise or fitness, dapat ba lahat yan covered? Cardio, strength and conditioning,
Correct.
flexibility, dapat ba lahat yung ginagawa natin para masabing balanse yung ating fitness journey?
That is the recommended way of doing it if you want to reduce injuries, no?
Mm.
Or no? Like I said earlier, you have to approach it in a somewhat scientific manner, no?
Mhm.
Hindi lang yung all out ka, tas bahala na, no?
Oo.
Bala.
Bahala na. So you have to approach it, smartly.
Mm-mm.
Correct. And you feel good, di ba? I mean, on the aesthetic side, di ba, doesn't it feel good if you lose weight? Yung parang you feel light? Di ba masarap sa pakiramdam, Doc? And at the same
Correct.
time, you're also appreciated na, uy, ganda ng katawan mo ngayon, pre. Ang fit na fit. Di ba masarap sa pakiramdam, Doc?
Correct. So it's widely known that exercise may endorphin release. No, that's what makes us
Yeah.
feel good. No, so
Mm.
of course kapag na nakapag-exercise, you feel like a sense of accomplishment also.
Mm-mm.
'Di ba na
Okay.
at least productive yung yung umaga mo, no? So it's a
Mm.
good way to start your day also.
Yes. Okay.
Thank
Thank you, Doc. Maraming salamat. So, okay tayo sa susunod mong fun run. Si CLK ba? Doon kayo nakita ni CLK at TV? Sa fun run ni na
Ayala.
Dr. Coxeng?
Well, that Ayala din, hindi ko siya katabi nun. Hindi wala ata silang mag-asawa that time eh. Oo.
Okay. So that's a different fun run altogether.
Random lang kami. Diyan sa Ayala lang kami tumatakbo ni Doc. Kanina umabot pa kami ng PC. At Doc,
Okay.
sa'yo, salamat sa peer pressure. Nakakatulong ng malaki sa buhay ko.
I was about to mention, importante yung friends na pinipili mo. Na yung mag-influence sa'yo to have a healthy lifestyle. It's a good thing. Yung wife mo, Doc, mahilig din talaga siya sa running.
Exercise. Yeah.
Super.
Sa exercise. See? Ganda yun. Doc, thank you So ulitin Doon naman tayo sa mga hip replacement sa susunod mong guesting, ha? Okay?
Thanks,
Thank you.
Doc.
Thank you, Alvin. Thank you, Bernadette, for having me.
Umuo ka na, wala nang atrasan. Magkakaroon tayo ng episode.
Wala akong kinalaman dyan.
May may ebidensya na tayo ngayon na umuo ka, di ba? Tungkol sa mga hip replacement and other orthopedic cases. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you for accepting
Bye,
the
Doc RJ.
invite.
See you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday.
Pina-oo si Doc on the spot. De, maganda naman. Public service lang yan, Doc RJ. Thank you, Dr. RJ Coxeng. Thank you, sir. Maraming salamat po. Hindi, maganda yan pa yun.
Pero Vin, totoo yun ha. Importante yung the company that you keep. Totoo yan. Kasi kami, nagkakilala kaming grupo, the Jungle Gym, dahil nga kaka-gym namin. Tapos ngayon, magkakasama kami nagwo-workout. So, damay-damay, kahit tamad ka mag-workout, damay ka talaga eh. Pero kung ang tropa mo, hilig kumain, di kain ka rin ng kain, di ba? Parang ganun lang din. So,
ganun lang din yun.
So,
although hindi naman natin inaalis, pwede na naman na mga tropa mo, kain ng kain, kasi masaya din naman yun.
basta galaw-galaw.
Hindi, pero wag naman everyday naman. Ang trip kain. Everyday naman, wag naman. Okay lang yung trip na kain. Tayo naman, nakain din naman tayo. Di ba? Bonding.
Balance. Balance dapat yan. Oo.
Kung everyday naman, ganun ang trip mo, hindi talagang low-lobo ka, di ba? Anyway,
Mahirap magkasakit.
ultimately, it is your choice. Okay, yung mga nanonood. Choice nyo yan kasi katawan nyo yan eh. Di ba? Katawan nyo. Kayo naman magdadala ng katawan, hindi naman kami. But we are just here to remind, and as well as the doctor. Di ba? Yung doctor nag-remind na sa atin. Pero tayo pa rin mag-decide dahil katawan natin. Okay? Si Alvin Alchico po ito. Thank you for joining us.
At ako po yung Ate B, Bernadette Zambrano Aguinaldo. Vin, sumama ka sa takbo namin dito sa Makati, ha? Kasama
Layo ng Makati. Wala ba? Di ba pwede sa Quezon City Circle na para mas malapit or sa UP?
Pag nakadayo kami, sasama ka. Promise yan, ha?
Oo.
Sige. Wala. May resibo ka rin dito.
Oo. Basta Quezon City lang. Sobrang layo naman. Pupunta pa akong Makati. Ang hirap ang parking dyan sa inyo.
No, sige, pag nakadayo kami sa Quezon City. But anyway, alagaan po natin ang ating kalusugan, ha, bago ho biglang mag-exercise, kilalanin din natin and listen to our body. Kailangan yan. Bye-bye po, ako po yung Ate B. Bernadette Zambrano Aguinaldo. Pag-usapan natin ang ating kalusugan dahil kapag healthy, happy, ingat po!